day after the by-election for the 3 seats of the House of Representatives, vote counting is underway amidst tight security in all 3 electoral constituencies of Bara 2, Chitwan 2 and Tonho 1. The by-election euphoria now turns to who comes top to grab the coveted spot at the Parliament. Good evening, I'm Prarambha Dahal. Let's begin with the main stories. Rashtriya Swatantra Party's Samachar leads in Chitwan 2. Tight race between JSP's Upendra Yadav and Janamat's Shiva Chandra Kuswa in Bara 2. RSP's Wagle up top in Tonho 1. The CPN-UML-led Lumini province government falls in minority in 3 months. Lumini Chief Minister fails to regenerate the vote of confidence. Process begins for formation of a new government. Foreign countries escalate evacuation efforts from Sudan for their diplomats and citizens as fighting in the country continues well into its 2nd week. And Nepal advanced into the semi-finals of the ACC Men's Premier Cup after sharing a point with Saudi Arabia with the match abandoned due to rain. Hong Kong also shared points with Bahrain. Vote counting of the by-election for the House of Representatives is underway in Tonho Electoral Constituency 1. Now, based on the latest update, Swarnim Wagle of Rashtriya Swatantra Party has a clear lead in the constituency. Counting of votes of the by-election is in progress amidst tight security at the District Coordination Committee of Damoli. Based on the latest update, Wagle is in the lead with 18,461 votes. Govinda Vatrai of Nepali Congress has received 10,817 votes and Sarvendra Khanal of CPN-UML has generated 6,067 votes so far. There are 9 candidates of political parties in Tonho. According to the District Election Office, a total of 63,757 votes were recorded in Tonho Electoral Constituency 1 in yesterday's by-election. There are a total of 123,305 voters in the constituency. Ramchandra Paudel was elected from Tonho 1 from the provincial and parliamentary elections held back in November 20. The seat at the House of Representatives from the constituency had gone vacant after Paudel was elected the president. Moving on, more news from the election. Vote counting under the by-election for the House of Representatives is also underway in Chitwan Electoral Constituency 2 and Bara Electoral Constituency 2. Counting began after the conclusion of the all-party meeting held in both constituencies earlier this morning. Based on the latest update, Rashtriya Swatantra Party chairperson Ravi Lamechhane is leading in Chitwan 2 with 3,166 votes. CPN-UML's Ramprasad Neupane is second with 1,716, while Jitnarayan Shrestha of Nepali Congress is in the 3rd place with 1,241 votes. In Bara 2, Upendra Yadav of Janata Samajwadi Party is leading with 1,390 votes. Shiva Chandra Kuswa of Janamat Party is second with 1,301 votes, while CPN-UML's Purushottam Paudel is in the 3rd place with 629 votes. We now have our colleague Avyuday Shrestha with the latest updates regarding the vote counting in Tonho, Chitwan and Bara. Over to you, Avyuday.
Thank you, Prarambha. Welcome to Kantipur Election Special 2023. I'm Avyuday Shrestha and I'll be updating you on the fresh updates of the vote counting in the 3 constituencies where the voting was held yesterday. And now, let me take you to Gandaki province in Tonho 1, where economist Dr. Swarnim Wagle of Rashtriya Swatantra Party has taken a considerable lead here with 19,653 votes. His nearest contender, Govinda Vatrai of Nepali Congress, is in 2nd place with 11,669 votes. Sarvendra Khanal, the former IGP from CPN-UML, has so far garnered 6,269 votes, whereas Prem Bahadur Thapa from Mongol National Organization has just 132 votes. In this constituency, in the November 20th election last year, Ramchandra Paudel secured victory, and this constituency, the post in this constituency became vacant after Ramchandra Paudel was elected the president. And in that November 20 election, Ramchandra Paudel garnered 25,361 votes, and his nearest contender was Ek Bahadur Rana Magar of CPN-UML with 19,981 votes. Govindaraj Joshi was far behind with 6,886 votes in that November 20 election. And now moving on to Bagmati province, where let's take a look at Chitwan 2. There are a total of 22 contestants in the fray in Chitwan 2. And Rabi Lamichhane from Rashtriya Swatantra Party, the former Deputy Prime Minister and Home Minister, who was in controversy on his citizenship controversy, and his post of parliamentarian was scrapped by the Supreme Court, and that's why the by-election here in Chitwan 2 has taken place. And Rabi Lamichhane has taken a good lead here with 3,602 votes. His nearest contender is Ram Prasad Neopane of CPN-UML with 2,082 votes. Jeet Narayan Shrestha, the former district president of Nepali Congress, is in the third position here with 1,494 votes. Let's take a look at what happened in the November 20th election. Rabi Lamichhane secured a landslide victory in that election there with 49,264 votes. His nearest contender, Umesh Shrestha, secured 14,983 votes. That's a difference of almost 35,000 votes. We'll have to see what kind of victory, who will win in this Chitwan 2 this time around. Krishna Bhakta Pokhrel garnered 14,647 votes in the November 20th election last year. Now, I would like to take you to Baratu in Madhya province. There is a tight race going on there, a neck-to-neck race between Janata Samajwadi Party chairperson Upendra Yadav, who has 1,390 votes. Shiv Chandra Prasad Kushwaha of Janmat Party is in second place, very close behind with 1,301 votes. This is the initial phase right now of the vote counting. It may be recalled that Upendra Yadav had suffered defeat in the November 20 election against Janmat Party chairperson C.K. Raut. And now he's contesting from Baratu and has a small lead right now. Let's take a look at what happened in Baratu in the November 20th election. Ram Sahib Prasad Yadav was elected as the vice president, the third vice president of the country. And that's why the position became vacant, and that's why the by-election took place. And Ram Sahib Yadav in the November 20 election had secured 13,822 votes, defeating his closest contender, Shiv Chandra Prasad Kushwaha, who was running from CPN Maoist Center during the November 20 election. He garnered 13,468 votes. Shiv Chandra Prasad Kushwaha is now a candidate of Janmat Party. Alliance candidate Upendra Yadav is the alliance candidate in Baratu. Shiv Chandra Prasad Kushwaha now is a candidate from Janmat Party. And that's all I have for you for right now. I'll hand you back to Pratama.
Well, thank you, Vidya. Back to the main news. A meeting of top brass leaders of the three major political parties is underway to discuss on the agendas of the parliament meeting. Prime Minister Pushpakamal Dahal, Nepali Congress President Sherbahadur Deuwa, CPN-UML Chairperson KP Sharma Oli, among others, attended the meeting of the three parties at the office of the Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers at Singhadarbar. Although three bills have been tabled at the Parliament, they have not been able to gain momentum as the parties have failed to reach consensus. The meeting of the major three parties is underway to seek a consensus on peace process, distribution of the thematic parliamentary committees, among others. As the parties have failed to reach consensus, 10 thematic committees of the Parliament have not been able to gain a full shape. The government led by Leela Giri of CPN-UML in Lumini province has toppled. Giri had sought the vote of confidence at today's meeting of the Provincial Assembly, where he received only 33 votes, while 53 votes were against him. In the 87-member Lumini Province Assembly, the support of 44 members is required to generate the trust vote. Giri received support from 29 provincial assembly members of CPN-UML and 4 from Rashtriya Prajatantra Party. Appointed the Chief Minister with the support of 7 parties on the 11th of January, Giri had first received the vote of confidence with the support of 58 members of 8 parties on the 19th of January. 5 parties, including CPN Center, that had extended their vote to Giri, had withdrawn their support on the 26th of March and was therefore required to seek the vote of confidence again. After failing to regenerate the trust vote, Giri has said that his party will proceed on the basis of works of the new government. Now, following the failure of UML-led government to regain the vote of confidence, procedure has already begun for the formation of a new province government under the leadership of Province Parliamentary Party leader of Nepali Congress, Dilli Bahadur Chaudhary. It is the 17th Loktantra or the Democracy Day today. The day is being celebrated by conducting various programs across the country. Democracy was established in the country on this day after the 2006 April uprising. A mass movement was held to establish democracy in Nepal. The erstwhile king Gyanendra Shah had assumed direct rule on the 22nd of May 2002 after dissolving the parliament, which was reinstated on the 24th of April 2006. Since the year 2007, Democracy Day is celebrated on the 24th of April every year. Now, 5 houses have suffered damages in a fire at Chiabari of Kamalamai Municipality, Ward Number 2 in Sindhuli. Properties including cash, food grains, clothes and jewelries have been burnt in the fire. Local residents have shared grievances regarding the failure in extinguishing the fire on time, as the fire engines of Kamalamai Municipality had reached the site of incident 1.5 hours after the fire had started. Now, according to police data, 19 houses and sheds have been burnt, while 1 death has been reported in the district so far because of fire in the ongoing fiscal year. It is now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
The question is, why has population density increased in the urban areas? Your options are A, looking for opportunities, B, disproportionate development, and C, unscientific classification. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for the international news. As fighting in Sudan continues well into its second week, foreign countries started evacuation efforts for their diplomats and citizens last weekend. The United States of America, Canada and the United Kingdom announced yesterday they had flown diplomats out of the country. French President Emmanuel Macron confirmed that evacuations took place yesterday and today, getting 388 citizens and diplomats out of Sudan. A handful of Dutch citizens also left Khartoum on the French plains. Germany's army said the first of 3 planes had left Sudan bound for Jordan with 101 people on board. Italy and Spain have evacuated citizens. The Spanish mission included citizens from Argentina, Colombia, Ireland, Portugal, Poland, Mexico, Venezuela and Sudan itself. Turkey, a key player in Sudan, gathered 640 people in 13 buses to evacuate them by road. 500 others were gathered in an evacuation point. The mission included citizens from Azerbaijan, Japan, China, Mexico and Yemen. More than 1,000 European Union citizens have been evacuated, the bloc's foreign policy chief, Josep Borrell, has said, especially thanking France for the operation. More than 150 people, mostly citizens of Gulf countries, as well as Egypt, Pakistan and Canada, have been evacuated by sea to the Saudi Arabian port of Jeddah. Violence in Sudan has entered its second week as the Sudanese army and the Rapid Support Force (RSF) paramilitary group continue to clash. The World Health Organization says at least 420 people have died, 3,700 injured, but the death toll is believed to be much higher. Welcome back. It is now time for the sports news.
Sports news.
Team Nepal, who are aiming to qualify for the Asia Cup, have progressed to the semi-final stage of the ACC Men's Premier Cup with 1 league stage match to spare. Team Nepal have secured their berth at the last 4 round of the ACC Men's Premier Cup after the match against Saudi Arabia was called off without the toss because of rain. The match, which was scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. at the Mulpani ground this morning, was called off because of wet outfield. The covers were taken off in the morning after the rain had stopped for a while. However, the pitch was covered yet again after rain continued again. Hosts Nepal remain unbeaten at the tournament and have moved to the semi-final round with 5 points from Group A. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia are third in the group with 3 points, while Oman are second with 4 points. The second team to qualify from the group will be decided after the match between Oman and Saudi Arabia. Malaysia and Qatar have already crashed out. Meanwhile, the Group B match between Hong Kong and Bahrain has also been affected by rain. Both teams have also shared a point each. 13th President Running Shield has begun in the Koshi province. The tournament, organized by the Koshi Province Sports Development Board in collaboration with the National Sports Council, will continue for 3 days. A total of 1,200 athletes of 14 districts of the Koshi Province are participating at the event. That is all for the moment. Our next English bulletin airs at 10:30 p.m. Thank you for staying with us. Goodbye for now.